Hello. I'm just going to make what I think should be a really quick video that I was supposed to make yesterday and didn't. Um, but I was just thinking, I heard something really good about faith. Um, Somebody said how Christians go around with a lot of pretense. And part of the reason is that we sort of treat faith as though it is playing pretend, which I know I alluded to before. And while there are some aspects of it that are similar, um, in terms of like how you engage your own will and your own mind, and your own, I don't know, there's a lot that goes into creating something that isn't in front of you. That seems like, okay, well, that's faith. Well, uh, yes, but faith is a real thing, and God is a real thing. So it's missing the, I don't know what the word would be, but it's sort of like I was thinking about, um, I don't know, something with a huge fandom like Star Wars or something, comic books. Let's just use Star Wars. Okay, so Star Wars isn't real in the outward sense, okay, but it is a thing that does exist, and it has its own rules and paradigm. There's Star Wars experts, there's languages, there's lore, okay, there's um, these characters and rules, and um, it has a form and a framework. And so you've got the original source material, then you've got whoever has written stuff in the same vein of Star Wars, whether it's comic books or whatever, and it's considered canon. You've got, all of these different things, all of the little details and stuff in the movie, the set design, and all these things. And people are able to, because they love it, they study it, and because they study it, they can tell you things about, now you can go into, okay, well, theoretically, what would this be like, or what would that be like, or would this person fight this person, and what that would look like, and all of these things. You're able to build those things based on the source material, and people are pretty good about um, trying to stay faithful to what was written. That is the point of being a Star Wars fan. Most people are not trying to like be like, hey, Star Wars guys, I'm gonna reinvent, I'm gonna to invent something new. It's like that's not the point. The point is to revere what already is there. There's plenty there. There's stuff that hasn't been explored. There's plenty of richness there. You know what I'm saying? Like people who love that stuff and regard it, they know everything about it, and they are faithful to it. So that is what is missing, I think, with the Christian faith. It's like Star Wars isn't even real, and you got people who are doing that better than Christians are. Like being a Christian, like, the Bible isn't just a bunch of willy nilly stuff that you can make up based on your own experience. It's like just because it's real and in our world doesn't mean that like everything that you experience is biblical. Like you have to respect the source material and work within the framework. You can't just make up stuff. And so um, you praying stuff in Jesus' name that isn't even like part of the thing. Like, and part of it is experimenting. I mean, if we're honest, a lot of things happen to us by accident. We have to stumble upon a lot of things because we really are just, we don't know, we can't see, and we don't understand how much. So we stumble upon a lot of things. We experiment with a lot of things, and then if we find something, that we get a response, or that part of it is kind of scientific. I mean, that kind of it is. And so there's a scientific aspect to it, that the Star Wars thing doesn't have, because it's not really real. It's all made, ready made. It can't be, it's not mysterious. It's not deep. It's a made up story. This has layers. It has dimensions. So while there is a framework that the Bible gives us, um, that is good enough, and yes, you can uh, you know dive into the depths of the Bible. That is true. Um, but there's just a mistake that I keep seeing people make, which is just not treating the things of God as real in the way that you would treat Star Wars as real. Like, even if we're talking about, I wish I could, like when I say real, I mean like just respecting it. Like, um, if we were about to make a Star Wars movie, you're going to research every single thing that happened before. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to put in something that, because people are going to be looking for that stuff, and B, you just want to do a good job. You want to continue something that is real. It's real because it's been made and it's out here. It's not in someone's imagination still, you know. So that's always helped me. Like, I always have been able to see the Bible as a story. It's kind of a thing in my household, I guess. My dad, I guess, being really into Star Wars, comic book, nerdy stuff like that, he was always able to see the narrative element, the fun element, the action story element in it. And so, and it's an element that exists in real life too, but it just takes a long time for it to pan out. There's no montages, there's no, you have to edit and sort of find the story. There's lots and lots and lots of hours of footage, but it's there, which is what makes the Bible so great. So I just see people either struggle, they either do it too much or not enough when it comes to understanding the things of God. And so I'm trying to think of like an example of just like, hey, faith is not just playing pretend, but like, but then also faith is, you don't have to get on to people because they are doing something. It's like, let everybody learn. It's fine because it is real and it doesn't need you to um, defend it. Like, God doesn't need you to defend him. So um, let everybody sort of figure it out. You can lovingly rebuke somebody maybe like one time, and then if they don't, do it once and then let it go. Like, um, so yeah, I think that's a brief video. I can't remember. I don't even think I had any examples. Like, there wasn't any particular thing that I was thinking about. Um, but I just wanted to leave that, and yeah, that's all I got.